Hi, I'm Yoli Ouiya from Yoli's Green Living, and I'm celebrating BlackEnterprise.com's Black Blogger Month here at the 40/40 Club. Who benefits most from green living or living a green lifestyle is the person who's making those choices. From everyday options like putting your water in a glass bottle versus drinking out of plastic. It starts with you, but then it extends out to your friends, to your families, because now they see that you're making a difference in your environment and in your everyday life, and you're just a happier person in general. People think, oh, it's just I'm just recycling a bottle. No, you're actually making a difference in the environment, and you feel better about yourself. What are the biggest misconceptions of being healthy? I believe the biggest one is that it's expensive. If you know how to shop, it is not expensive. Coupons exist for a reason, for you to use them and save money. Buying in bulk is also the best way to save money when eating healthy, because you can buy as little bit or as much as you need at any given time. So joining a local food co-op, going to a local health food store, some of the smaller chains, and even the bigger ones like Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, they all accept coupons, which people do not know. And then you can contact individual health food companies and they will send you coupons as well to save. Where do you see the planet going in 20 years now and people's impact with their carbon footprint? There's a big debate now about carbon footprinting. I think if people don't necessarily pay less attention to that, the label, and more attention to their everyday actions and their consumer habits, that's going to make a big difference, because we're so used to, I'm a techie, I love phones, I love computers, I love gadgets, but we don't think about the lifespan of the products that we use and where they're going. They'll usually end up in some third world country in a landfill, and eventually they'll run out of room and then we'll have to store it. So I think the best thing that people can do is really think about what you're purchasing and looking at how long you're going to use it for, and thinking about that lifespan. Like, think of it like a child. You don't just have a child and like, okay, after 18 they're gone and out of my life. Think about investing in products that are going to last a long time and reduce the amount of energy that you're using. When did I realize I had a passion for green living? When I had a catering business and seeing how much food I can go through and waste. And then visiting my father in Africa and seeing that green living was always a very indigenous part of the culture, but we just labeled it as green because it was the thing to do. Green is just common sense. It's not, oh, I bought this product, it makes me green. It's just in the everyday ways of life. Why is it important for people of color to eat and live healthy? People of color, if you have a little bit of melanin in your system, I think we're a lot more sensitive to chemicals and things in our food than science would ever want to let on to. I think if you notice, I was talking to someone from the Caribbean and she said her mother did not get sick until she brought her to the United States. I think that's telling in terms of how her life was there versus how her life was here, in terms of the quality of products that she was using. The environment was cleaner and just less consumerism and just focusing on just the everyday living. It's really important for people of color to really focus on their health, because that's something we've always had, and then when we get into this have more, have this brand, have this label, have this, food, and not thinking about the quality of it, it's really taking us away from our genetic path and going back to and then there would be less depression. I think depression is heavily connected to the food that we eat, and it's something that's underdiagnosed and under-acknowledged in the Black community. And just people, not just Black community, but any group of color, all these issues are coming up, and I think it's heavily invested in the things that we ingest in our bodies and the people we have around us. So it kind of brings us full circle. How I am committed to having my blog change the world is by showing people just the daily things that they can do to change their life in terms of green living. They're really simple things, and just things that you would think of, but then dismiss it as like, oh, that wouldn't make a difference. The smallest details can count. I carry a little bag, a reusable bag in my purse, so for those impromptu shopping trips, and that really does make a difference, because that's one less plastic or paper bag that I'm using on a daily basis. So I want people to use my blog like a library, like a go-to library of like, I wonder what the seasonal food is that I can eat now that's local, that's not coming from too far, because things like that do make a difference. Local food is ideally better because it's traveling a shorter distance. So how that contributes to the environment is that it doesn't waste as much fuel, there's less packaging, and now you're supporting your local economy. And that if you're a homeowner, now you're supporting your neighborhood and also increasing the value of your property, because now you're putting money back into the environment in your local surroundings. So I want people to use my blog. I see my blog, and I'm committed to having my blog be a resource for people to just find the little things that make all the difference.